This is it. I remember the first day my dad brought home that TRS-80 computer. I was so excited, and I immediately started to program it. I saw it as a thing I could create with, but I'm going to make an argument that the computer is actually the problem. But first, we're going to talk about this tree. This was the tree in our house this past holiday season, and I made it for the single and solitary reason that I thought it would be awesome, and it was awesome. It was on Twitch. It was amazing. You could change it over the internet and watch the colors change, and my cousins thought it was the best thing they'd ever seen. Now, why am I talking about this tree? What I didn't expect was that my daughter, who refused to learn programming, no matter how much I tried to convince her, couldn't wait to start working on this tree. Here's a GIF for you, Kelsey. GIF, not GIF. And she insisted, Dad, will you teach me how to make some more animations for the tree? I said, sure. And she started making animations, and here's some of her code. And in fact, by the time we were done, most of the code was written by her. That got me thinking. I got together with my wife, and we brainstormed a little bit, and we reached out to some friends of ours at a place called Digital Nest. Digital Nest is this amazing nonprofit in a low-income community called Watsonville in the Bay Area, and they're basically a homogo place. Kids come in, they hang out, they mess around, and they geek out, and pretty soon they're using computers. We got in touch with especially Yasmin, who was our main collaborator here, told her about the tree, and she said, I've got a great idea. Let's do it. We'll get a few kids, we'll get a few girls in, and we'll just see if this can work out and be fun. Yasmin had a cool idea, which was to reenact that famous scene from Stranger Things with an Arduino and some LEDs where Winona Ryder's communicating with, I don't know, the dead or the Upside Down. We scheduled it for 3 Saturdays, 3 hours each, 4 kids. That was going to be tough. And we had a great time. The baby came too. And it really, really went well. This is a picture of the kids working. They stayed more than 3 hours each of the 3 days. And I want to point out particularly one thing. The cell phone stayed out. And I knew I was winning when that cell phone was picked up and she took a picture of her project and she put it on Instagram. And I said, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Had another kind of neat lesson, which is I made them put safety glasses on when they were using the heat gun, which is really pretty much unnecessary. But as soon as they put on safety glasses, they were into it. They're like, wow, this is dangerous. Let's do more. When we got to the end of it, they all had animating boards, and they were using an array to type out little messages, like to their mom or to their little brother. And we took a selfie, like you always do at the end of a Digital Nest project. And this is our selfie. It was a big, big success. I'll show you a little bit of some survey results. Kind of small N, 4. But we did move them. And one of the things that I wanted to kind of impress is we talked engineering. We talked about what's a circuit. Why would you put a resistor in a circuit? What changes when you put a diode in a circuit? Because an LED is a diode. We went over all these kind of things, and they really kind of got it. But my favorite part was this. I would love to share this with some of my friends. I would love to do it again. And this is you'll see a little bit more data too, where they said, I would also love to engage with it online. I would love to do more projects like this. And I think by getting away from the screen, by making the project something other than the keyboard and the screen, something was changing, just as it had changed for my daughter when she was messing around with the Christmas tree. I encourage you to think of an Arduino, because I know many of you are going to be using them, as not a computer. It never has been a computer. If you know the history of Arduino, which is super cool, when Hernando Barragan invented wiring, which was the predecessor to Arduino, he's an artist. He was frustrated by the tools he could use to create digital art and created wiring, which then morphed into Arduino. It was never meant to be a computer. It's meant to be a thing for art. And it still is. At UC Santa Cruz, we call this computational media. And the 2 people on the end, Catherine Isbister and myself, are 2 of us that are really into these kind of wearable tools. And you know, there are lots and lots of people that are really inspiring to me that are also working in this area. This is just people that I've met. And in particular, I'll point out Anouk Wipprecht, who you may not be aware of, who does amazing, 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 also very expensive, but amazing wearables that is worth looking up on YouTube. And these are some of the things I think I learned. I think there's no reason you can't be technical as long as you make it playful and fun, and maybe getting away from the screens is helpful. And I'm going to close with this. A week from today, we're doing another one. This time with 15 kids, we're going to make these headbands. And I'm taking some of my grad students out, and we're going to have a great time, again, at Digital Nest. And also, it's up on Instructables, as you can see here. It's on the front page of Instructables today. I'm super proud of that. And I hope you all had a fantastic DML.